Yeah.
How's it going, Phil?
Oh, that's all right. Man, you know what? I remember the first Passover we ever had. I still remember that moment when it was just one of those crazy weeks that we were going to experience.
That was insane.
I sort of didn't know what was going to happen, how it was going to be about, but I was just overwhelmed with the intensity of it.
Well, I knew what was going on.
Of course you did, Mr. Know-It-All. What is this?
Well, I knew some of it, right?
Didn't.
I knew some, okay.
You always seem to think you know it all.
Whatever, Phil.
Well, let me go on with the story here. I still remember when we were with Jesus and the whole city was just turned upside down about everything that was going on with the Passover. They were having feasts, celebrations, they were speaking of all the miracles and how Lazarus was being raised from the dead, and everybody was just talking about.
Don't forget, there was a ton of other miracles, weren't there?
I'm telling them a story.
I'm trying to help out.
Who's telling them a story?
You are.
Well, then let's just let me continue, please.
Gosh.
Like I was saying, all the town was really excited. They were talking about all the miracles that happened.
But please, let me tell him. Remember when Jesus came riding into town? You gotta remember that. He came in and he was riding on the colt. Remember the little horse? Yeah.
I'm telling him a story about all the miracles, and you remember the little horse?
But it was cute. He had the little horse. He was riding on it. Remember, we couldn't find him a bigger one.
You have to do it again.
Just trying to ride. I'm a big guy. I can't keep my balance. Yeah. And then remember all the gardeners, all the gardeners from Merced New Life. They brought all the palm trees. It's the season right now for pruning, so they would bring them and they were laying them down. All right, I went to work with my dad last week.
Out of all the miracles, and do you remember the New Life gardeners?
Yeah.
Out of all the miracles.
Yeah.
You know, let me go on. Well, we were with Jesus, and so many people were believing that the King of Kings was heading their way, and all Mr. Andrew remembers is the little colts. Well, they were expecting the King of Kings, and I think even during that time, Andrew, there was one of the Pharisees. You have to remember, the Pharisees were the tough ones during that time. But something happened. I remember one of the Pharisees was so excited, and he was just talking out loud and screaming. He goes, "Man, everybody's following Jesus. It's like that stampede after him." Well, what's so funny?
Stampede? Who talks like that?
I said stampede. What's wrong with stampede?
It's just funny.
You know, I'm done. Come on. I'm trying to tell them a story. You keep interrupting them. It's like every other time.
Better, Philip, man. You need to calm down. Man.
No,
We're in church.
I'm not gonna calm
We're in
down.
church.
I'm glad you reminded me, because I was going to lose my mind up in here.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna miss your iron over here. I'd like to see you try.
Don't get me started.
And
And like I was saying, I still remember one of the times some of the Greeks came to me, and basically Gentiles, and they wanted to see Jesus. So this is the only time I trusted in Mr. Know-It-All.
talk about
That
Greeks.
I wanted him to give us something about it.
Greeks. More like geeks, if you ask me.
Hello, I'm a Greek, and there might be a few Greeks in here.
No, there's not.
Geeks, you can find them at Best Buy. That's where the geeks are at Best Buy.
Yeah, whatever. They suck, though. I mean, no. Go to Best Buy.
Well, they came to me and they wanted to know about him. So, I knew you were good for something, Andrew, but I was expecting that you were going to be good in case everything went bad. I was just going to throw you under the bus and just blame everything on you. That's what you were good for.
Oh, that's all I'm good for, huh?
Yeah. That's what you were good for.
Well, anyways, it was strange because, Jesus was talking to us like we're a bunch of kids or something. Like when you try to go up to your parents and try to like, "Mom, like, what is that?" And they try to like explain things to your level. I don't know, it caught me off guard because I was like a deer caught in the headlights.
A deer caught in the headlights.
I wasn't expecting the way he was going to talk to us.
That's what you saw when Jesus spoke to us. You saw that, hey, Jesus speaking to us. I don't understand.
But anyways, it was weird because and then remember he goes, who's up for the Son of Man to be glory filled?
about who's up. Let's study it. Jesus was not saying who's up, who's up.
That's how Jesus rules. He related to the people.
Jesus don't roll like that. Who's up, who's up.
He rolled with all the sinners.
Well, some of us paid attention to Jesus, and what he said, the time has come for the Son of Man, did it right this time, to be glorified.
It was implied, is what I'm saying. That's what I meant. It was in there. It was, that's going for that.
But let me tell you something. Well, Jesus started talking about how the grain of wheat was going to be buried, and sooner or later it was going to sprout out and reproduce itself. And we knew Jesus. And every time Jesus spoke, he spoke in codes. And you see, us, we understood what he was talking about. You were more of the stepchild of this, you're like the sidekick. That's how we treated you. But we got that picture when he was saying about the wheat. We understood he was speaking about his death. We understood that. We just didn't get the full picture of it. We missed something there.
Philip. I knew what he was talking about.
Here goes Mr. Einstein.
Hey, I'm the stepchild here. I know what's going on. You guys didn't know nothing.
Let me help you out, Philip. I have no hair. I'm not to do one of my eyebrow hairs, but let me help you.
Oh, you can. Philip.
You just took your head. Hold on.
Philip.
Hold on.
Philip. Stop it. Philip. Did he fit? Stop it.
I was a smoker before I came to church. Sorry.
I'm glad I was adopted. Anyways, I think what Jesus was trying to really tell us was, in the same way. Okay, let me back up because you're getting me all messed up here. It was like he was trying to tell us, if you hold on to your life, you'll lose it. But if you let go of your life, you'll have eternal life.
Yeah. You're so right. That's what he did tell us. And I still remember that voice from heaven that as soon as everything was over, God just spoke. And he even gave us those words, and everybody was hearing it, and everybody thought it was thunder coming from heaven, and some were even swearing. They saw angels. But God just spoke and he said, I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again.
Yeah, and then remember Jesus also said, that voice wasn't for my benefit, but it was for your benefit. So listen up.
Andrew, one of the things I'll never forget was when we were all gathered around him, and he always, everywhere he was at, he would attract the multitude. And he began to speak to us, and he said, if any of you want to serve me, he was then follow me. And then he stood in the midst of all of us. Remember, we were all like, took a knee, and he stood in front of us. And he looked at us and says, what would it gain if you gained the whole world and lose your soul? And then he really spoke to our hearts, and it was just penetrating when he looked at us and he said, pick up your cross and just follow me. I'll never forget those words.
That was it, huh? I forgot about the whole cross thing. It was like he knew, huh? Like he knew the end was coming. He knew the end.
Yeah, Andrew, I don't think it was the end. I think it was just the beginning for all of us. I think it was a starting point. I think that Passover, the first Passover, was just the beginning for each individual.
Yeah, what a crazy week, huh?
That Passover was a crazy week, I'll tell you that.